What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today's Monday, November 10th. Now in today's dog video, I want to talk about how dog's biggest moment is just right ahead, and I'm talking about within the next couple months. Now this could be due to a few things, such as the government shutdown is proposed to be ending by Thursday of this week. I want to share with you why that's actually beneficial for not just the crypto market, the stock market, but also our economy, because people get paid their paychecks and we have more money flowing into the system once again. This government shutdown has absolutely affected the crypto market. But most importantly, I want to share with you why historically dog-themed meme coins, especially the blue chips, have experienced Parabolic events that last up to 46 days. And we have roughly around 51 days left of this year. What could that look like for dog Bitcoin? Well, I'm going to share with you in the charting analysis at the very end of the video and how Bitcoin meme coins are actually outperforming the rest of the market. And this is just a little hint of what's to come. So let's smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So dog right now is at around 170 million market cap. Remember when this used to be at around 134 million market cap? This is how fast time flies. I'm talking about the whole crypto market, especially dog Bitcoin. Things can change really fast. Now it's up 6% over the past 24 hours, and it's ranking number 196. I'll come back to that in just a little bit. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Right now it's up 105,000 US dollars. Remember, not too long ago, this was at 100,000 to 101,000 US dollars. It did a flash crash to around $98,000. And I've been trying to tell everybody on this channel that this is a temporary crash. But most crypto content creators and most people on crypto Twitter thought that this was going to be the bear market. And this just goes to show that you can't fall for the emotions of what people are saying, what's trending. Because whenever people report that something's bearish, that means that people are falling for that narrative. So just over the past day or so, we just saw over $150 billion inflow within the crypto market. And let's focus on another thing. I want to know about Bitcoin quarterly returns, not monthly, quarterly. Now, if you notice in 2025, in Q4, we're down -7%. But I want you to pay attention to every post-halving year after a Bitcoin halving. So when there was a 2012 Bitcoin halving, guess what happened the post-halving year in the Q4 time? 479% increase. Remember, there wasn't that many cryptocurrencies back then. And then when you look at 2016 in the post-halving year in 2017, 250% increase. Now in 2020 with the Bitcoin halving, in the post-halving year, 5.45%. It's also in the positive. So what do you think is going to happen in Q4 of this year? We still have the rest of November and the rest of December of Q4. I think that we're no longer going to be in the negative. I think we're most likely going to be in the positive. And the reason I think that is because if you look at the Bitcoin spot average order size, you can see just within the past year, these green dots that are you seeing, these are the big whale orders. Because ever since May of this year, we've seen only retail buy into these bags, meaning just the normal people, like dollar cost averaging, having a little bit of exposure. But as you can see, with the green dots, you're seeing the big whale orders come back again. So that means there's now these whales that have big Bitcoin portfolios spending and buying and accumulating as much Bitcoin as they can. So this pays attention to the crypto market, especially with the meme coins. This benefits you, the dog holder. Now, if you've noticed, dog is actually ranking 196. And the reason I bring that up is because it is the top 17th meme coin by market cap on CoinMarketCap. And the reason that's important is because dog Bitcoin only has one tier 1 centralized exchange listing. All these other coins that are above it, they all have multiple tier 1 centralized exchange listings. And it's really very close. This is just can we just pause real quick? This is just how amazing dog Bitcoin is, okay? Just the fact that it only has one tier 1 and it's on Bitcoin. I want you to know that soon people in the Ethereum, Solana, BNB ecosystems are going to see what's going to happen to dog Bitcoin, because it's going to experience that pump and then everybody's going to chase it very late. That's just how it works. Now, why is the crypto market pumping? Now, a lot of people looked into Donald Trump's recent tweet saying that he's possibly going to give a $2,000 dividend basically payment. It's almost like a stimulus check to people around the US. And this is not including high income people. But keep in mind, Donald Trump cannot do this without the approval of Congress. They need both the House and the Senate to approve of this. Remember, Donald Trump has said this before. He said that he was going to take much of the money from tariffs and put it into stimulus checks if it was $1,200. Now he's saying $2,000. He even said that back then when the Department of Government Efficiency, aka DOGE, was going to raise money from all the scams and all the behind the scenes deals that was going on, that he was going to take that money and give it to US citizens. None of that can happen unless it has the approval of Congress. So I don't think this is it. But if that were to happen, if say for instance Congress does approve of this, then you would see something that we saw back in 2020 when basically stimulus checks were being sent to everybody. I think it was like around $1,200 to $1,400 that was sent to people. aka this was like every 2 weeks. So it was like $700 a week for people. Well, this basically sent the market within crypto skyrocketing for Bitcoin's price, where you saw it roughly around $11,000 all the way up as high as around 64,000 US dollars. So that's possibly what could happen, but I don't think so. I think the reason the crypto market is coming back is because of this, because the Senate reached a deal yesterday for the US government to shut down. And this was sourced by Politico. And it's actually proposed that once the Senate has approved of this, this will move forward to the House, which is expected to take on a vote this Wednesday. So it's already gone through the Senate. Now it's heading over to the House, and they expect that if this were to happen, that the House passes this, that the government shutdown would end by Thursday, November 13th. Now, this is what Polymarket is saying, that most likely that the government shutdown is predicted to end on November 13th, making it 43 days, the longest government shutdown in history. And that's very positive for the crypto market. So if this were to happen, okay, think of it like this. When we had a government shutdown last in January 2019, right over here, what happened to the Bitcoin price after the government shutdown ended? Well, apparently it surged 290% over the past 6 months. But you got to keep in mind, this is a Bitcoin halving post-halving year. We may not see Bitcoin stretch into 2026. In fact, we may see only Bitcoin perform very well in the next coming couple months, and then it pulls back, goes in maybe a 50% correction, and we may see a bear market all the way up until May of 2026. And as you know, May of 2026 is when Donald Trump is going to have a new Fed chair, and most likely the crypto will rally right after that. But what's really positive with the government shutdown is that Bitcoin has actually returned to close above its weekly moving average. This is the 50-week moving average, by the way. It has closed above the red line, which is this 50-week moving average. Now, if Bitcoin's price closed below the 50-week moving average red line, then that could be an early sign of a bearish trend. So we've seen it kind of happen multiple times where it almost got closed, but the weekly moving average closed above it. Benjamin Cohen thinks that we are going to head upwards for Bitcoin's price, potentially to new all-time highs. But let's look at what Coin Bureau pointed out, and that is Bitcoin dominance for the first time in 8 weeks is breaking to the downside. Now, we had 8 weeks of consolidation to the upside, meaning that Bitcoin's dominance was closing on a weekly time frame in the green. And for the first time, we're seeing Bitcoin dominance drop and closing in a red week. So could this be a sign that Bitcoin dominance is dropping? I don't actually know. I would preferably like to see Bitcoin dominance return to 64% because I need to see Bitcoin's price make new all-time highs, because when that happens, you start to see euphoria and retail come back to the market because we haven't seen it yet. And when that happens, that means altcoins and meme coins are guaranteed to pretty much do what they did back in 2021. But right now, we're looking at something that's kind of similar to 2017 to 2019. Now, Coinbase Institutional, I'm sure a whole bunch of YouTubers have reported this, that basically what we saw in the October sell-off when we saw the world's largest liquidation event in crypto's history, that was pretty much what they say, not the end of the cycle, but a complete reset that was needed within the crypto market in order for the next leg up. Now, I want to pay attention to Coinbase again because if you've noticed, based on internal data, I just asked Grok, when do you predict Coinbase will list dog for spot trading? Believe it or not, if you go down to the very bottom, it says because the application was sent in roughly, it's like 2+ weeks old, that it could be approved between December of this year all the way up to February of 2026. That's just what Grok said, okay? I'm not telling you that that's what's going to happen. That's just what the AI unit within Grok says, okay? So take that with a grain of salt. Now, another thing I want to point out is how Bitcoin meme coins are performing, because this is going to give you some insight and some foresight of what's going to go on with Bitcoin memes and the narrative around it. Because Kraken, their Bitcoin meme coin bundle, saw a 32% increase with all the Bitcoin meme coins together. And if you just check it out, Bitcoin memes are actually outperforming World Liberty Financials, which is basically Donald Trump's family's company, and also the Bitcoin Ethereum duo, Crypto Blue Chips, US Strategic Reserve. It's outperforming all of them, thanks to JDog for taking that screenshot. Now, another thing I want to share with you is the sentiment within DOG, because as you can see, based on this video, which I'm going to enlarge, now what I want you to pay attention to is the orange line. This is the DOG go to the moon sentiment. Now, as you've noticed, just within the past 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 hour, this is showing you how the sentiment within DOG has actually garnering more interest than these other meme coins, such as Floki, Brett, SPS 6900, Bonk, Pepe, Trump, Shiba Inu. It's surpassing all of them. And as you can see at the very end of the video, you can see that DOG is outperforming all of them in terms of sentiment, and that's very positive. So what can we expect in DOG Bitcoin's price? Because I think this is what you need to see and what you need to understand. Now, in this specific diagram that I'm sharing with you right now, I'm sharing with you the history of how dogs perform when it has a bear market, a buy zone, and a bull market. Now, one thing I want you to notice, have you noticed something about the buy zones? They're very short and they happen within a short window. And then these bear markets and bull markets actually happen a lot longer and they stretch out between a longer period of time. The buy zones are very rare and they're very limited. And so if you can see that every time there's a buy zone, it's really hard to time the bottom. But if you are able to spot those bottoms, such as this moment right here, which is where you are, this could set you up for the next bull market. And as you can see, every buy zone is followed by a bull market, regardless of what anybody says. It just happens regardless. So how far will DOG go in this next bull market? And another thing I want to share with you, which was this specific image that was posted back on October 25th, which I did not see until now, is if DOG is forming a double bottom pattern, it could be forming what we're seeing right over here, which right here, this line, this is the neckline, and we're seeing a double bottom, which the DOG price touches this bottom twice already, and we've actually seen it happen already. So if you could just pay attention to this chart, this is what he's talking about. This is one bottom, and this potentially could be the next bottom right over here. So if that's true, if that's actually the double bottom, then this would be the neckline, and that means DOG Bitcoin has to break out of that. But as I mentioned before, with the MACD line, every time we see that the MACD is reversing to the upside, getting out of the seller's market, going into the buyer's market, there's a breakout eventually from this neckline, which is this purple line. And it kind of aligns with what's going on with the Rainbow Adaptive RSI. So something that I'm paying attention now that we're zooming up close, the DOG price actually needs to break above this blue descending trend line. This red box is the buy zone, which is an amazing opportunity. So if it were to break out of this resistance level, we need to see another breakout to another resistance level at around 200 million market cap. These two confirmations would confirm that we are now in a bullish reversal. Now, given that we have quantitative tightening ending on December 1st and also a potential rate cut on December 10th, this could be the catalyst event to send DOG going back up. Now, I don't know how fast or how quick this will happen, but here's an image that I do want to share with you. Now, I posted this specific image yesterday, which is very important to understand because I said, on average, every DOG theme meme coin has its first parabola event that lasts on an average of 46 days because you take the average of all these days put together is 46. And keep in mind, there's only today 51 days left of 2025. Now, if you think about it, DOG Bitcoin is the number one meme coin by market cap and is the number one fungible token on Bitcoin. And most likely it's next in line to be the next DOG theme meme coin that people talk about because if you've seen the historical data with all these other DOG theme meme coins, they've all performed so well. So if history rhymes, you already know what comes next. So I want to go ahead and zoom in just a little closer, okay? So as you can see, this is where we are right now. I updated this image and could we see DOG Bitcoin hit up to 10 cents. Now we need to just reach 1 cent, which is $1 billion. If it reaches 10 cents, that's $10 billion. And that's not too far to believe if you think about it, because $10 billion of Bitcoin's market cap is only 0.5%. Most of these other meme coins make up more than 1% of their market cap of their native chain. Look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin had a Doge is dead period, as DOG is dead right now period is happening. It saw 94 days when it started to pump all the way to its new all-time high. Same thing with the Bonk is dead. Bonk only took 44 days from its low to reach its first parabola event. And then for Floki, it took 21 days days from the bottom to its first parabola event. And then we also see over here Shiba Inu took 23 days, and also Dog Whiff Hat took 36 days. So it's not too hard to believe that it can only take roughly around between 46 days up to 51 days to possibly see this happen. And that's how quick this happens. That's why I shared with you that image of how short these buy orders or these buy zones are before that major pump up. And I think that this could be it. Who knows? Like, this could be the biggest moment that Dog will see and become the next new narrative this cycle. Now, the last thing I want you to remember is, dog themed meme coins have the most mind share, more specifically, market share, okay? So if you've looked at the historical data of dog themed meme coins compared to Elon Musk themed meme coins, Solana meme coins, dogs alone have the most market share. Dog has not seen its parabola event. Every other dog themed meme coin has on Solana, Ethereum, and BNB. This has not happened on Bitcoin. You need to prepare for this. It's going to happen. It even surpasses Murad. Look at Murad's picks. Everybody's almost like, oh, let's pay attention to Murad. Let's pay attention to his meme coins. SPS 6900. Ladies and gentlemen, his meme coins only make up $1.1 billion. It's not that much. Pay attention to dog themed meme coins. I'm trying to tell you ahead of time, this is what's going to happen. So in a nutshell, you know I'm very bullish around dog Bitcoin. You've seen all the data. I've shared with you what is pretty much coming right ahead. Now, I can't promise that this is going to happen within the next couple months. What I can tell you is that the data is telling me it wants to happen. And when the data tells you it wants to happen, I'm not going to fight against that. I'm going to follow what data tells me because I remove my emotions. I follow data. I don't follow what other people are chasing. I'm following what is undervalued, what is clear as day, has more upside than any other token in any other ecosystem. This is why I report dog on a daily basis. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.